Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist. Welcome back to So You're Being Hunted. This is episode 276. It's time for another challenge. So, of course, last episode I had my old post-Christmas roundup, joined by Phil. Nice little episode right there, and hope you guys all enjoyed it too. But, last couple of episodes I've had, Phil actually joined me for, the one before that as well, and we just had some podcast-style discussions, but now I think it is time for us to actually have another proper challenge to get our teeth into. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Crazy Librarian Challenge. Now, this is partly based on a suggestion from one of you viewers out there, Sean Jeffrey, who sent me one that was, I think was basically just called the Robotic Library or Robotic Librarian Challenge, something like that. But I decided to just tweak it a little bit and add some rules and ideas of my own. So, the whole idea is thus. We are going to have 1 hour to find ourselves a suitable building which will act as our library. Now, I'm probably thinking for that I'll get something fairly grandiose like a church or something along those lines. I'll find one either on the centre island or one of the others. And then I have to go out and accumulate as many books as possible. For every book I accumulate and place into the inventory space of my library, church, whatever, I get a point. However, in contrast to Sean Jeffrey's suggestion, I've decided to add a little rule of my own. Now, you're probably wondering, why is it called a Crazy Librarian Challenge? Well, basically, if I hear a robot speaking, I have to basically roleplay as a full-on librarian, and I have to shut them up. And in this instance, shutting them up basically means killing them. Hence why I'm wandering away from those guys right now, so I don't have to immediately get drawn into a firefight. But like I say, we have an hour to do this, and the time is starting now. Starting the stopwatch on my phone. So, 3 seconds into the challenge, let's go. First and foremost, we need to locate ourselves a suitable building for use as a library, and I see a church off in that direction already, which could actually work. Now, if I get my gun out, because obviously there's going to be robots around, we're going to hear them chattering to each other, and you know what the old rules of libraries are. We can't have people yammering on to each other, so yes, we're going to have to shut them up. Okay, so this church is actually in a good position, because it's right next door to a mansion. And obviously churches, well, this is a church which I think only has one door on it. Okay. So what we can do is, we could actually count both of these buildings as our library, quote-unquote. I think that would work fairly well, because, actually, having said that, this has got quite a large kind of inventory space to it, hasn't it? Okay, well, if I take that fruitcake and I take the sherry, as well as these rags for bandages and the matchbook, that's all the useful stuff. Right, let's discard all this to clear out the inventory space. Okay, I mean, books are not a commonly spawning item in this game, so we might get enough to fill up most of this inventory space, who knows, but if need be we can always spill over to the mansion over there. I should check though, am I sure that this type of church only has that one entrance? There's not like a back entrance. No, I don't think there is there? I think pretty much every church you can find in the So You're Being Hunted world only ever has one doorway. Okay, well, that works for now. There is a robot kind of behind and over there. I'll take the stone, though. I'm going to get rid of a lot of the stuff, all the junk crap. I hear someone talking. You need to be quiet. You're in a library environment, my friend. No friggin' talking around here. Are you on your own? I think you are, aren't you? I think we'll switch out to the revolver for taking this guy down. Got him. There we are. That's you silenced, my friend. I'll take your shotgun ammo, though, and I'll take your mints. I'll eat them straight off the bat. Right. Okay. So, the whole kind of idea of the challenge is I'm a crazy homicidal librarian. So, if people start talking, you got to start punishing them. Right, we cleared out that inventory space. I might as well, like I say, just clear out both the inventory spaces here, just so that the whole thing, we've got it all out the way, in case we need to actually spill over from the church inventory. That's the thing, we can say this is a super special library that has 2 wings to it, because that'll work. That's an interesting kind of topic of discussion, though. What's the most grandiose library, ladies and gents, that you've ever been to? I know that might seem an odd choice. You know what, actually, rather than just clearing the whole thing out, because I'm kind of accumulating a lot of bandages and things here, we'll continue using this one as a sort of current storage space for the time being. We can always use, you know, just kind of keep excess supplies here. But yes, that's a topic of discussion. What is the most grandiose library that you've ever visited before? There have been some good ones that I've been to. Again, I know, a bit of a interesting topic of discussion, but yeah, I kind of like going to interesting places and things like that. And libraries often, you know, especially if you get a really old library, really fancy, fantastic stuff. But, you know, where have I been? So, obviously, back when I lived up north and I worked at University of Lancaster, they had a, you know, fairly interesting library. Obviously, University of Lancaster's not a kind of historical university. It was well, it was built originally back in the sort of 60s, I think it was, and of course over time it's been expanded. There's always so much work going on up there. You know, they're building their health innovation campus, things like that at the moment. But, you know, their library is a fairly impressive one, set across 3 floors, though of course it is a fairly modern library. But where I work at the moment, you know, they've got a pretty impressive library as well, which is awesome to go to. It actually has quite an interesting design to it. So the library where I work, well, in the institution where I work, it has an interesting architectural shape to it. It's sort of big rounded shape, and it has a big sort of mezzanine level with more kind of material, stuff like that. Overall, very, very impressive. But, you know, in my time, I've been to some other interesting ones, including some more kind of historical ones. So, for example, again, going back to when I lived up north, you had the Harris Museum in Preston, which has a big, you know, well, not a big library, but it has a library of its own. And of course, it's set in an old historical building. So, you know, that's nice enough. I just seem to be accumulating food here at the moment, as well as ammunition, which is good. No books, though, just yet. Maybe I should increase the amount of points, though, that I get for books. Having said that, you know, they are quite rare. Otherwise, it's, you know, if it's just 1 point for each, 1 point even for each, then probably we're not going to accumulate many points by this challenge. But you know what? No, I've set the rules. Let's not start backtracking on rules and changing things, eh? Otherwise, that's going to be problematic. Otherwise, you know, we're going to create a bit of confusion and all that. You know, as usual with these time challenges, I won't be doing proper outros for the video. I'll just be recording straight through from start to finish, and I'll just divide the footage up accordingly. Still no sign of anything I can use. Uh-oh, we've got talkers. Talkers in the library, everybody. You guys are going to have to go down, aren't you? Get out of here. And you. Right, you're down, and you need to go down as well, mate. Gotcha. There we go. Can't have people chatting in the library, can't you? There's someone else coming in. Oh, and you're talking as well, are you? Alright, you're going down. Zigzag. Zigzag towards them. Look at that. Well, he's reloading. Look at that. Quick shooting, Tex. There we go. See, I'm accumulating I'm accumulating a bit of shotgun ammo that I don't actually need. Right. Well, at least we got them out of the way. We dealt with those rule breakers. I do like how this guy has landed in a kind of sitting up position. What an asshole. Jeez. Right. Just looking at my timer. We are 6 minutes into the old challenge. So not doing too badly, are we? We did use up quite a bit of ammo there, though. So if we can replenish some of that, that would be much, much appreciated. Alright, Wobble and Tat. Nothing in there. Cat food if I want to come back for it. You know me, I do love me old cat food. Cat food. God, there's really an absence of books right now, isn't there? Just not very many around. I have to keep tapping the screen of my phone just to prevent it from going into sleep mode. Otherwise then I end up needing to unlock it. I don't want to be doing that, because of course that's going to end up distracting me. I'm going to have to pause, just so I can pick it up, type in my key code to unlock it and all that. Oh, the inconveniences of modern life, eh? That's a first world problem if I ever heard one. Right. Did I check that door? I probably did, but I'm being forgetful. Which is not really surprising for me, is it now? Okay, so as you can, you know, if you haven't been able to tell already, I have tweaked the biome spawn settings. Oh, okay. Usually there's a barrel or something in the ruined villages, but not this time by the looks of it. Okay. We still haven't found any books just yet. Maybe I should have... See, one thing I didn't do when I was setting up this this map, I didn't tweak the enemy spawn settings. Maybe I should have tweaked the scarecrows, because the scarecrows usually have books on them. That's something I've noticed from all the times I've played this game. Scarecrows seem to always have books. Which is understandable, you know, because they spend their lives just standing in fields. Must be a very boring life. You need something to entertain yourself, don't you? If you're a scarecrow. Let's think. You know, not that scarecrows are sentient, not that they know what's going on, but hey, you know, if you are a living scarecrow and you have been affected by issues of boredom, please comment below and call our helpline on 012595259925259. Don't ring that, everybody. It's probably not even a real number, and if it is, it'll be some random person. Right, we've got a map of the island, at least, which is good. What we could do is back away from those robots so we don't have to listen to them talking if they are doing so. If we actually round this here lake, we can then take our newfound map over to our giant library over here, our two-winged library, two-blocked library, whatever you want to call it, and I will make a marker that shows up on the old compass so we can easily find our way back here. Right, so use that and put the old marker down there. I mean, not that we really need it, because it actually looks quite a distinctive location on the map with those two big buildings there, but you know what, it's fine. Now I think we've been down... Right, which village have we been down through? Hold on, let me just do some orienteering here. I think we've been through this set of buildings up here. So where we need to go, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor as I'm circling. We need to go sort of down this area. That's where we need to go to. Right. Okay, so if we turn right around and go over here, it's over in this direction. So where that friggin' robot who we saw just a second ago is located, we're probably going to have to kill him. Because he's probably been a little bit of a bitch. Noisy bitch. That's what librarians do. It's the stereotypical librarian thing. You even take a little breath in a library and immediately you get them going, shh, quiet. People are trying to read. It's like, for God's sake, you're not going to be disturbed by me just friggin' whispering something to a friend of mine, are you now? But hey... Right, I hear him talking. Somebody's going to have to get a few bullets to the face here to shut him up. Here you are. Look at you two. You two assholes. Oi. Oh, you want some as well, do you? And you. You're down. No. Oh, got him. Right, all the troublemakers are down. Oh gosh, free shotgun out of that if I can put it in my inventory. My god, my inventory is becoming so crammed, full of crap. Crap that I don't need. Put that in slot 5. We aren't carrying a stone right now. Let's see now. Shotgun ammo, that's good. Mints, which I'll just eat straight off the bat. Thank you for the sweets. Lovely. Alright, you got nothing else. Right, so we need to check these buildings. Revolver ammo, that's good. My god, I'm going to end up filling my inventory full of crap before I've even located any books. Oh god, there's even more friggin' revolver ammo. Revolver ammo is always so weirdly common, isn't it? Nothing there. We'll have to check. Is there a back door on this house? There probably is. Yes, there it is. Wow, nice big trombone. I love the trombones in this game. Fantastic. Right, nothing there. Look how much friggin' revolver ammo we got. So much of it already. Whoa, Jesus. When that friggin' whisk came through there, I just saw it going live. I thought, wow, is it morning already? That is a very bloody quick transition to morning, that is. But no, it's just the it's just the wisp going through. Right, nothing just yet in these buildings, but okay. Oh god, more ammo that I can't possibly fit into my inventory. Right, hold on. Let me just eat some shit. There we go. Scoff all that down, then we can take it all with us. Mature Stilton we'll hold on to for the time being. I can never remember with the Mature Stilton if it gives you 20 vitality points or 10. It's probably only 10, but then again, I think it's worth just waiting for my health, not my health, my vitality to drain down a little bit before we try it out. Maybe wait for it to get to 80, and then we'll see. Where are we? We're in Upper Umbridge. Upper Professor Umbridge, the top half of Professor Umbridge, everybody. There's a Harry Potter reference. I have not friggin'... Well, I've said this before, but I have not watched a Harry Potter film or read one of the books in fucking years. But I remember, of course, that Dolores Umbridge is the one character who everyone hates more than Voldemort. Right, you know what? I don't have fucking room for all this shit. Get rid of that sherry. I've got so much food, I don't need to be carrying sherry. And that stuff makes you drunk a little bit when you drink it. It's better to have the stout, because you get the full vitality, but without the penalty effect. But yes, Dolores Umbridge. She's the old character who everybody hates in Harry Potter, more so than Voldemort. And it's funny because, of course, I remember actually back in the... Well, I say back in the day. What day that was, I don't even remember. But I do recall seeing on the old interwebs, the old internets, the old sort of fierce debate about why it is that people really dislike Dolores Umbridge. Because the thing about Umbridge is, you know, for a moment people were sort of the impression, well, rather some people that is, that part of the reason why Umbridge was disliked was because of that whole idea of she's a woman and she's a woman with power and that sort of thing. And there was that whole kind of debate over, is it therefore the reason why, is the reason why people therefore don't, you know, hate the character because of some kind of unconscious kind of not sexism, but unconscious kind of bias that a woman with power is something to be immediately distrusted. If you sort of see where I'm kind of coming from there, I should stress this is not my view personally, but it's me trying to sort of capture the essence of the debate here from what I vaguely remember about it. But, you know, the response to that was that, well, it's not really about that, is it? It's about the fact that Dolores Umbridge as a villain is more kind of, well, not relatable, that's not the right word, but she's a type of villain who probably more people have kind of experience of in their day-to-day lives than is the case with Voldemort himself. Because the thing, you know, Voldemort is pretty much wizard Nazi, as far as I'm aware, whereas Dolores Umbridge is a kind of villain which probably more people are familiar with. The type of villain who is that kind of power-mad sort of person. You know the sort, like the teacher, for example, who just seemed to have it in for you when you were a young kid. The authority figure who, you know, in your eyes just used to kind of abuse their power somewhat. That's why people really hated Umbridge. Because, you know, Voldemort is bad, but Voldemort's not the sort of villain that people really kind of understand and appreciate unless they've literally been in a life situation where they face that kind of person. So yeah, I always thought it was more that. The reason why Umbridge is hated perhaps more than Voldemort. Nothing to do with her actual sex or gender or whatever, it's more to do with yeah, people's life experience. That's how I always interpreted it. Why am I making this so political? I feel like this is one of those subjects which is going to get people very easily triggered. Alright, we've got a lot of good stuff actually here in this inventory space. Got some more rifle ammo, which I'll take. Shotgun shells. Have those as well. Now if I could take that stick of dynamite, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? Oh man, I should... Actually, why am I still holding onto a matchbook when I've got a matchbox? Because that's a multiple use thing, so it's pointless to hold on to that. There we go, dynamite. Right, let's put that in this slot for the bottles. Here's the thing, if I'm going to be shooting my way around here, I don't need, you know, the usual stealth distraction equipment, so there's no point really picking that up, is there? Okay. Dragon has seriously gone into kidnapping Princess's castle. Jesus. I'm the zombie princess of the Undead Kingdom. Thanks for freeing me, love. Now come here and give us a big sloppy wet kiss. Yeah, I'd rather not, thanks. Okay, princess. Oh god, she's actually going to follow me. She has a really interesting way of walking. What have I got there? What? Wait, hold on, what's that slot one? Let me just... I can't throw it, apparently. Oh. Oh god, sorry. Started laughing but coughing at the same time. The way she fucking walks. Like prancing around. I don't need tar and tin, I've already got one. Come on, princess.